my vlog is. Welcome back. Well, this time I want to share the strengths of men. They share a few with women. Okay, so my name is Patti Boulaye. I am the vlogging grandmother. The strengths that men are born with. They're protectors. We know that. That makes sense. They have physical strength. We know that. They're hunter-gatherers. Now that is important for women to know. Men are hunters. That's their nature. Even from when they're little, even from when they start walking, you can see they're hunter-gatherers. They want to play with guns. They want to play with this. They want fast cars to go. They want, good heavens. You know, their brain works differently from that of a girl, of a baby girl. Okay, so, and when they grow up, they want trophies. Like my husband said, men want toys. Which is quite funny because he said, I said, what do you mean by toys? He said, well, like you, he said, for instance. I said, I am a toy? Since when? But anyway, that's just, you know, men's head. That's where the men's head is at. They're procreative and they cannot help themselves. They have these urges that sometimes it takes, wow, a great man to control. It really does. But nature, that's what nature has done. You can't, you have to take it up with nature. As a matter of fact, you have to take it up with God in that case. They are tactical. Just like women. They can be tactical, but I think women kind of just top them on that one. Women are much more tactical because of our sense of, I don't know, we're just dangerous. So we're tactical, and because we don't have the physical strength, we make up for it by being more tactical. And men are logical. I think we all know that. Women, in wanting to be logical, often lose a bit of their common sense. But I always say in a partnership between a man and a woman, you need common sense and logic. And like I said in the last vlog, my mother said the more educated the woman, the more common sense she loses. So these days, you find that where the woman has lost her common sense, and it's usually the very highly educated ones, the man has to make up with that common sense for it to work. They are very analytical. Oh, tell me about it. Drives me crazy with my husband. They are very analytical. They analyze every single thing. You know, nothing is just seen the way it is sometimes. Of course, men have to be analytical. The reason being that if they're hunting and they've got to trap the animal, they've got to surround, they've got to read the animal's body language, where it's going to be, how they can trap it, where it's going to, because like my husband would say, they are moving targets. So they have to decide where, how to trap this animal and how to outsmart it. So they have to analyze every single move. And that's why men are analytical. They are warriors. Oh yeah, we know that. They are warriors. They are born warriors. We are defensive warriors. They are born warriors. They are egocentric. This is a place where women have stepped into. Men have great egos, and it's funny, it's mostly about, when I watch football, that's what, I analyze the character of men just by watching football. Pride comes before a fall. It's so prevalent in football. I watch it and I can see it. Sometimes you see them, it's like a slow train crash. So they are egocentric. They're fearless. And thank goodness they're fearless, because they kind of have to defend not just the village, not just the wife and the children. They have to defend, just like the big Okay, I use lions as an example, not a good example, because sometimes the male lions are quite lazy to let the women go do the hunting, and then they eat the kill, and then whatever is left over, the women and the cubs then joining, which is fair enough, because the male lions are quite ferocious, and they, and if a woman could get injured going in while he's feeding himself, and definitely a baby will be eaten along with the food, with the kill. So I'm sorry to draw these comparisons, but they're quite amusing. You got to admit, next time you watch, David Attenborough, look at the lions and see what they do. Men are creative. They are creative, extremely creative. Well, that's why we have aeroplanes. That's why we have trains. That's why we have a lot of the things that they have created. And that's the way God has created them. Nobody can doubt that. You can see a little boy they just create, they build. It's incredible watching my grandson. That's why they're such incredible engineers. They will build and create, dismantle, build, create, dismantle things. I remember even growing up in Nigeria, my nieces, nephews, you give them a toy, it's not going to last very long. The boys' toys don't last very long. They would dismantle them completely because they want to see how they work. It's their natural thing to be creative in that way. They're just natural engineers. Any men out there who have anything to add to this list, let me know. And send me what you think are your weaknesses as well. Oh boy, they are competitive. But so are women. But men are competitive in a different way. I think women are mentally competitive. Men are physically competitive. And sometimes mentally. But they tend to support each other more than women support each other, even though women we make a lot of noise about supporting each other, but I think men do it better. A man fakes it until he makes it. Women have only just learned that recently. In business, in anything in life, you fake it until you make it. I can't understand, if they say to me, I remember making a film called Music Machine, and they say, can you drive? I said, yes. No. I didn't know how to drive. I did an episode of Top Gear. And I didn't know how to drive gears. I was driving automatic cars. Well, I actually only just passed my test. And I said I could do it. Then I tried to learn. But unfortunately, I had to do the program before I could actually get the art of driving a manual car. But this is what men are good at. You see, you say, can you do it? They go, yes. And then they go and learn it. Women are only just beginning to learn that. Can you horse ride? Yes. Never seen a horse before, but I can horse ride. And then you go and train yourself to horse ride. Can you swim? How long have I got? You see, I did this actually with Celebrity Master Chef. I was given 36 hours before doing Celebrity Master Chef. I was given 36 hours notice because somebody had dropped out, but I didn't know this. You know what I thought? I thought, how difficult is it to slap curry on the plate? What does that say? I'd never seen the program quite right. I hadn't. So this is what you do. They say, can you? You say yes. And then you go there and try to learn. But unfortunately, I couldn't learn to make some kind of, nouveau cuisine in 36 hours. When I got there, everybody else had a book of things they had practiced in the last 6 weeks or so. So anyway, I didn't mind. I had a great time. Thank you guys. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will speak to you next time. Be good, be safe, and God bless. Bye.